Hello and welcome to our quick vinyasa flow to help with your downward facing dog. So to start with, we're going to come into child's pose. So bring your toes together, knees wide, and then relax your upper body down towards the ground. Head comes down onto your mat. And just take a couple of breaths here, relaxing the whole body. Slowly raise the head and come onto all fours. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's take the left leg out behind us, and then you're going to tuck your toes and push through the ankles. So getting a nice ankle stretch here. Just gently push, maybe even pulse it slightly back and forward. Feeling that stretch through the ankle and the calf muscle. And bring the left leg in, right leg back, tuck the toes, push through that heel. Push that heel away from you. And again, maybe gently pulse it. Feeling that stretch from the ankle and the calf. And bringing the right knee back in, leaving your hips above your knees. You're going to take your hands out long, so take them away from you, and then sink your chest down towards the ground. Maybe you rest your forehead on the mat. And just try to relax into the earth here. So you're trying to sink your chest as far down as you can. Stretching out those shoulders. Maybe trying to keep the elbows off the ground. That's going to help with the shoulder stretch. Slowly lifting your head, walk your hands back in. You can actually walk all the way back, tuck your toes, come up off of the knees, and then bring your hips up high. So coming right into a forward fold at the back of our mat. So feet hips distance, slight bend of the knees, folding forward. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Maybe just move gently side to side. Make sure that the neck is nice and relaxed. And then releasing the hands, slowly start to straighten the legs and roll up through the body until you come to standing at the back of your mat. Okay, let's step the right foot forward, and then your left toes are going to point slightly out towards the side. So it's at like a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing towards the top of the mat, hands on hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, stick your bum backwards, so it's like you're tilting your hips forward. Fold forward, we'll lengthen the spine. When you can get no further, you can relax over that front leg. Maybe release the hands down to your leg. Let's just make sure that we're not locking out the knees, so just loosen the kneecap and look towards your big toes. You should feel a nice stretch down the back of the leg here. Now, all of these muscles that we're stretching today are going to help with your downward facing dog. It doesn't matter how far down you come now. You repeat this class, you will see a difference. Bend into that right knee, come back up to standing. Maybe the hands come back to the hips, leaving your right foot where it is. Bend into it so you can step your left foot forward, so it's like you're walking up your mat. Left toes point forward, now your right toes are going to point slightly out to the side. Hips facing the front. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward again over your left leg now. Release the hands down if you'd like. Loosen that left kneecap. looking towards your toes. Feel that stretch on the back of the left leg. Breathe into that stretch. Bend into the left knee, come up to standing, bring your right foot to meet your left. Let's just grab hold of your hands, so you're making a fist. Just roll your wrists out. Roll your wrists one way, and then bend the other. Embrace the clicks if there's any clicking going on. Okay, feet hips distance apart. Let's inhale, sweep the hands up above your head. Exhale, fold forward, slight bend of the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, so straighten the legs, straighten the spine. It doesn't matter how high up you come. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Plant both of your hands on the mat, so bend your knees as much as you need to here. Take both feet back, as if you're stepping back to a plank, but then you're going to lift your bum up and come into your downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder width, feet hips distance. Push your belly back towards your thighs and lift your hips up towards the sky. So bend your knees here. Bend your knees. Push your chest back and your bum high. And then from here, you can start to lower the heels, but don't ever feel like you have to straighten the legs here. The main point of downward facing dog is to have length in the spine. So if you find that you're rounding through the spine and you can't quite push your chest in between your shoulders, bend the knees. Bend the knees even more. Couple breaths here. So we've gone through the ankles, the calves, the hamstrings, the low back, the shoulders, and a little wrist warm up there. All for your downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the ground. And that's our short class for today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you do struggle with your downward facing dog, please keep repeating this class and you will see a major difference. I would love to know your thoughts, so leave me a comment, let me know, and I will see you next time.